Hello everybody, so it is the start of a new week. I haven't really checked in since Friday. I worked my usual shift on Friday and then I had a day off on Saturday because I just took off work for an acting gig and at the last minute went, you know what, that acting gig just ain't worth it. So I just relaxed. Well, I didn't really relax, I lie. I relaxed for a tiny bit and then I did a whole lot of organizing on Saturday and Sunday. Like I cleaned out my closet, reorganized my junk drawer. It was a 2-day affair and I got a lot of work done. I think the only things I need to organize my kitchen, finish organizing my closet because I only went about halfway in my closet, and then eventually dust my living room. Because I also cleaned all day on Sunday. I really cleaned my bathroom, because I've been so busy and my husband's been so busy. The bathroom's only be getting the barest of surface cleans, and for the sake of hygiene, we really needed to clean that bathroom. I didn't do a whole lot of reading on Sunday because I ended up cleaning my shower with this new shower cleaner that we bought, and it actually made me sick. I did not feel good for the rest of the day, so I didn't do a whole lot of reading. But the thing that I said on Friday that I said, hey, I'll just tell you guys about it next week, it's The Hidden Power of F***ing Up by the Try Guys. It's definitely not what I expected. It's a self-help book with them actually trying out the things that they tell you to try. I've been having to switch between the book and the audiobook because there are certain elements to the audiobook itself that's just not translating well, and so I had to switch over to the book a couple of times. At one point, Ned reacts to nothing in the audiobook, and I was like, what the heck is that? And so I look in the book, and it's like, oh, the other guys were supposed to have a line there, and they kind of forgot to include it, and so it just reacts to nothing. And they do a good job of trying to explain the pictures that they've included, but it's just not the same as really seeing these pictures. And I have to say, these guys, it's quite obvious they're not voice actors. Keith does a pretty decent job when they try to do various sketches in the book. They try to, I guess, redo their genuine reactions, which is fine. But since they're not actors, it comes across as cringy at times. Keith is pretty good about it. Ned is okay as long as he's interacting with Keith, but Zach and Eugene aren't necessarily the greatest. They actually generally crack jokes in the improv, and those improv moments are actually really funny, but when they try to perform, it doesn't translate well. But now that I'm on disc 5 of this audiobook from the library, and there's a total of 7, the first couple discs were rough, but now that I'm about to disc 5, it translates a little better. They're doing much better, and I think it's just a matter of getting comfortable in the recording studio. But that's it. That's all I've actually read so far. It's been rather slow. I did start another book, but I think I want to talk more about it at another time because I'm outside right now and it's snowing and it's cold and I actually want to go inside. I really just wanted to give y'all an intro because it's Tuesday, and I was like, you know what, I should actually film an intro for this week. So I'll talk more about this second book that I've started reading another time. Hello everybody. So it has been a couple days since I last checked in. This reading vlog isn't a very good reading vlog at this point since I only did a very rushed check-in on Tuesday night. It's Friday, so yeah, it's been a while since I checked in. So I finished, let me actually get the book at this point. And let's turn on the light so we have decent lighting in here. Ooh, nice yellow light. Okay, so at this point I finally finished the Try Guys book. The Hidden Power of F***ing Up, and this was fun. I enjoyed it. I think you'll only really like this if you're the fan of the Try Guys. So I listened to this on audiobook with occasionally looking through the actual book. What I'll give to the audiobook, whenever there was a picture, the Try Guys did their best to verbally describe what the picture was, which I appreciated. But the audiobook had some flaws. I think Keith was the best voice actor, followed by Ned, and Eugene and Zach kind of did their best. Now, I actually think the charm of the book comes through actually listening to these guys. So I feel like had I just read this without listening to it, I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. but I liked being able to combine the two. I loved how heartfelt these guys got. Towards the end, once they all got really comfortable in the recording studio. Like, I laughed at some of their stories, like I felt with them with some of their stories. And not gonna lie, when Eugene had to hug every member of his family as someone who hates hugging, I felt that secondhand embarrassment so much. Like, I had to like keep pausing the audiobook and then, all right, continue. Like, there was nothing embarrassing about wanting to hug your relatives, but trying to incorporate a hug out of nowhere when you don't usually hug is like, oh God, this is so uncomfortable. So I was emotionally invested by the end of the audiobook. There was an element that I just did not like. For each section, each Try Guy tried something new. Like, Ned was about trying his fashion fears. Zach was trying to be a better boyfriend, and Eugene was, being more intimate with his family. Keith's thing was eating better and exercising better. Like, Zach also did some of that too. I just did not like how much they trashed on their bodies. Like, it's one thing to want to eat better, it's one thing to be healthier, but when your main audience is preteens, because I feel like most bigger YouTubers, their core audience are children. And I feel like if that's your core audience, you should be better about body positivity. And so he just kept on, he actually went on this bit about how flabby certain parts of his body was. In fact, there's like this image here just highlighting like bits of his body that just was not okay. And I'm better about my self-esteem. I'm better about my own body positivity. But I felt like had it been a couple years ago, it would have made me spiral a little bit. I mean, I totally get from Keith's perspective, he had his own self-esteem issues and that's what he was talking about and he wanted to change those things. I just think if you are struggling with any sort of eating disorder or body positivity thing, maybe skip that chapter. So in all, I would rate this 3.5 stars. Made me laugh at parts, made me feel at parts, but I feel like overall this could have been better. So now I've officially left Rivendell. This took me so long to actually get through, but I finally finished that. I started a different book while I was reading that. Last Friday at my shift at the Little Branch, I started on this book, but I don't know if I'm actually going to count it for Read Whatever I Want. It's Capture Your Style. It's like a how-to Instagram book. I saw this book and was like, you know what, I've kind of been wanting to do better about my Instagram. And so I'll look through this, and I'm a portion of the way through, actually. I'm like 50 pages in, but it's still like how to start an Instagram. I'm like, all right, I'm not that green. So far this has not been helpful for me, but I've been kind of like just flipping through it. And this might count for Read Whatever I Want, but I don't think it's going to count for that. I think I'm just going to flip through it and not really have it count for anything. But I have 2 books that I need to read because they have decent sized, what's the word I'm looking for? Like request lists. One is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and the other is like Lisa Schwartz's book, the 30-something. I threw it in my bag actually, because I think I'm actually going to read that because it's pretty short. This, 30 Life Crisis, Navigating My 30s, One Drunk Baby Shower at a Time. In fact, only one library has this book, so I think I'm going to read that instead of The Starless Sea, because at least, because that's more popular, more libraries have it, so I can definitely re-request that. The Lisa Schwartz book, not so much. And that's all I've really have done this week. I want to try to do another book before this week is out. Maybe not going to happen, but we're going to try. I've been playing my Switch a lot more this week because I took out a couple of Switch games, and those I can't renew, so I've been trying to like play them. And I finally have an update on that stupid bridge that I cross over to get to my train station. Last week I was dumb enough and walked along the tracks. Still would not recommend. I called the town I live in, like the clerk's office, and they sent me to the right person, and I found out it's going to take up to 48 weeks. 48 weeks before they have a pedestrian bridge in place, because apparently the loading train that hit it pretty good, and they have to take the whole bridge down and put up a new one. So I guess this is where I'll leave you guys, and maybe I'll be better. Hopefully I'll be better in regards, time management and reading some books. Good morning, everybody. didn't get a whole lot of reading done. I did start a new book. I meant to flip through that Instagram book I was telling you guys about, but I didn't end up doing that. But I did start 30 Life Crisis by Lisa Schwartz. The foreword is written by Shane Dawson, and it's very much like a Hate Myself-y. Like, it's a series of essays about like things that happened to her, and it's meant to be written in a funny way. I'm recognizing the humor. It's not making me laugh out loud. Some of it's kind of gross humor. Like, the foreword is Shane's like typical very gross humor, and it's just not my jam. I don't like that. I feel like I would have definitely really be into this if this was an audiobook, but I can't seem to find the audiobook for free. So this is what we got, and hopefully I'll be really into it by the end. I'm not very far into it. I think I'm only like 25 pages. But the design of the book kind of startled me. If you flip over through the paperback, you see that like wine ring. I'm like, oh! But no, a person didn't do that. The publisher did. But I'm here at the small branch. I'm working a half day today. It's a Saturday, and hopefully I'll actually get some reading done. I'll check in with you guys later. Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, you might hear some. I just realized the way I keep vlogging, my hair is down. My hair likes to rub up against the microphone. So sorry. So it's been a few days since I last checked in. It's Wednesday, which means it's well into a new week. And so week 3 of my next vlog might be very short, depending how much I yak. But I wanted to film a quick wrap up to week 2. I did finish the Try Guys. I did start that Lisa Schwartz book. And of course I'm spacing what the title is. I started that, and at this point I am about halfway through it. And I did start Middle Game by Shannon McGuire. I'm about like a quarter of the way through that one now too. The Lisa Schwartz book, I'm not a huge fan of her humor. Her humor and my humor doesn't quite like mesh all that well. But I really like when she's really, I guess genuine is the word I'm looking for, and not necessarily that. When she's not trying to put up a front and she's being very sincere, that's the word I'm looking for. When she's being very sincere, I really enjoy that style of writing. And I feel like I would enjoy this more if I had it on audiobook. Because I feel like right now it's a 3.5 sort of read. I guess I'll find out more as it gets to the end, because it's just a collection of essays, so it's not really a full, I guess, beginning, middle, and end sort of thing. But it is her talking about her different anxieties and her like getting help when she realized she needed help, and I really appreciated that. And Middle Game, So I recently found out that the narrator is Amber Benson, Tara from Buffy, and I just, as much as I liked her in Buffy, I don't like her narrating style here. Whenever she talks as the villain, it's very dramatic and campy and very much like this, and I don't like it. I think it's ridiculous, and it's very 90s villain. And also the villain's, at least what I assume is the villain, his motive is world domination, and I think that's such a boring motivation. So this, I hope it gets better. Like, when we're not seeing that villain, it's an okay read. But I feel like the villain is eventually gonna like pop up again later. So right now I'm guessing this is gonna be a 2-star read. And if I wasn't reading it for a challenge, I would just DNF it. Maybe I'll find something else in the stacks today, because I'm at work today. It's very early. The reason why I'm at work so early is because my grandfather passed away this weekend. That's pretty much the main reason why I haven't really vlogged. I've been in a weird headspace about it. I keep flipping to being okay and not okay. There's definitely regret there, because I didn't really know him all that well. He was my stepfather's father, and so my stepfather had a weird relationship with him, which in turn meant that I had a weird relationship with him. So there's just that weird mental thing happening with that. And his funeral is today, and so I have to go to work early, get out of work early, and then the funeral's in New Hampshire, and I am in like Western Mass, not Western Mass, but like Metro West Mass, which means it's going to take me 2-3 hours to get to this funeral, because my husband can't come, and he's the one that drives, so I've had to figure out how to get there via bus. So I plan on reading a whole lot today. I brought my book, I brought my audiobook, and I brought my Switch to keep me busy for the long commute today. I guess this is where I'll leave you. It's been so long since I vlogged that I don't even know where I left off, but basically the last few days I've been editing, participating in this readathon, like watching the movie, trying to participate in sprints, and then back to editing again. It's just been a really busy few days. But we can basically conclude from this vlog that I am so behind with my reading. I should have finished 3 books this week, not finished 1 and started 2. So I am behind in this readathon. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess it's ta-ta for now. Bye, guys.